very important so we don't have the family going back and forth and not understanding what's going on. Protect the ones we love. Obviously, we always want to protect. And what is your why? This is why I do this, because I'm a true server. I have a passion for this, and it's not financial. It's true serving first, just like when I'm back in my days, home health care days, right? So I'm a true server. I'm blessed. I love to help people, and that's the truth. I really love to help people. It makes me happy. So in saying that, when we're with people, all I'm thinking about on their worst day, because I know I was raised by my grandma. Yeah.
Who did and what?
Do they have any paperwork you can look at?
So that's what I'm going to ask. So I wanted to come to support.
And what
also.
company?
Yeah, I want to see the company. I'd like to see what they got, what they're paying for, how much they're paying, make sure it's reputable, and then
Will you tell Cheray if you ever find that information out? So I would be curious. I'd like to know.
For sure. And so I had some questions coming in, but you answered my questions with the presentation. Because I was wondering what they have, would it be transferable? If something happens to the funeral home, what the funeral home? I have a question. What if it goes bankrupt? So that was literally what I was saying. I was like,
in some transfers you might run into this too. So, like I said, they have the option to turn down the business.
My parents are Caribbean. I was 1 year old. My sister was born. My parents brought my grandmother, so she's like a second mother for me. And my mom, we're not necessarily close. So my grandmother was the maternal person in my life too. So similar to you, when my grandmother got sick, I was like, I'm there. I'm gonna be there. And I bathed her, I pat her, massage her, and it was tough when she died. And I mentioned this one time with the senior center. That's one reason why I did hospice. I didn't think I'd ever do hospice, but I remember when Granny was put on hospice, I was upset because I thought that hospice killed her. But so for a long time I was in home health with just rehabilitative care. I didn't want to do hospice, but something happened in my life where I kind of had that opportunity. It was a job offered and I needed a job, so I thought, you know what, in honor of you, Granny, I'm gonna do hospice. And I did, and I learned it, and it was actually beautiful. And my mom was like, how can you do hospice? But what I recognize is that hospice is a gift. It's a gift because these people are still living and they're suffering. And it was actually one of my greatest experiences because I'm actually more of a biological student, love biology, love healthcare, wanted to be a doctor. But you see the team and how they work together to take care of the patient, even in their last days. So transfer that mindset to today, like you. This also provides me an opportunity to help people in a different way. I did hospice and I did that. But I want to end our final thing with A Tale of Two Cities. It's one of the stories that we're supposed to read in school. I was more of a math and biology person, so I kind of fudged through the story. But Tale of Two Cities, let me give you an example. One of my best friends that went to Ursula and Renee and I, she in a matter of a year, 9 months, she had 2 deaths, 2 different stories. Her mom, to be planned with her, mom was kind of how I am now, where I'm running my parents to doctors and appointments and different things like that. It says the last few years become a lot. We're doing a lot of running doctors, specialists, hospitals, it's a lot. So my girlfriend was going through that. Her mom was wise enough to say, let's prepare. They went and they got someone to come out to the house and they did the planning. I remember when she told me they were doing it, I said, y'all did what? And so they planned it. And it probably was only 8, 9 months later, her mom passed away. But the good news is when she flew into town and she was in hospice and I connected her with someone who helped her with hospice, they had their peace and then Tiffany was able to relax. Was able to relax because all of that was taken care of. So she didn't have to plan anything. And I went to the ceremony and it was beautiful. Her mom was an AKA. She was honored. She was respected. The AKA sisters were there. They had a beautiful part. Her mom had planned it all. She didn't have to deal with that. Fast forward to maybe a year later, the gentleman that she was dating or was with and living with, she'd been asking to marry, they never did marry. He didn't plan anything. 58 years old, just out of the blue, January, she calls me a few times. I was like, hold on, what's going on? Everything okay? No, such and such died. And I was like, what? She's not married. They never talked about it. He didn't plan anything. She's talking to the mom and him are estranged, the auntie. It was a nightmare. They're all trying to figure out if he has life insurance. Because life insurance was at the company. He had just lost a job, and that's the only life insurance he had. I don't really know how that panned out. I think they did get some life insurance, but inevitably, they had to hurry up and pull it together. The funeral home kept the body for I kept saying, when's the funeral going to happen? It was like a whole month before they actually could get the funding for the funeral. And so now that I'm in this business and learning more, I asked her a question hypothetically, but I already knew the answer. It's like, are they charging you for the body every day? They didn't charge you every day, but they did start charging. And they wait the storage fee. It sounds cold, but this is true. Like I said, Taylor two stages. She experienced both. The smooth transition and how it didn't affect her versus, she stayed calm in the whole thing, but at the end of the day, that's just how we want to deal with that. And I don't think any of us want our families to deal with that, or our loved ones to deal with that. So that just kind of brought full circle to me that this is another reason resonates to me, why I do need to make sure I have these conversations with people who don't want to talk about it. But it's a gift, just like hospice is a gift. You know, every piece of healthcare, if it's insurance, medical, home health, hospice, to the there, it's all part of life.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm glad that this was really fun because y'all were very good.
Yes.
Right? So,
Thank you. Yeah.